Hey y'all, this is Nikki here. I'm coming at you guys today to share with you all how I made my beef and broccoli. This is how the meat came in the package, and I'm using sirloin steak strips. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these up to bite size. Wait. Okay, I'm adding some cornstarch here, about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then I'm gonna add some garlic powder. Put a little garlic powder. And then I'm gonna add some soy sauce. Now I'm going to add these things into the consistency that I want on my meat before frying the meat. Okay, after stirring, mixing all the meat together, I'm going to go ahead and chop up all of my vegetables that I need. Chopping up all my garlic and my ginger. So I have my garlic chopped up here. And once I get finished chopping up my garlic, I'm going to go ahead and start on the ginger and chopping it up so we can go ahead and put it to the side. So after we get finished cooking our broccoli and our beef, and then we will saute that. Here I'm cutting up all of my broccoli, cutting them up to bite-sized pieces. So after I get all of these cut up to bite-sized pieces, I'm going to get ready to saute them in the skillet with just a little bit of oil. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mix my gravy. I'm putting beef broth in here. So I'm going to do this twice because this is a 1 cup measuring cup. I did have a 4 cup measuring cup, but I don't know where it is. So we're going to go ahead and do it this way. So I'm using what I have. I mix everything in here. I poured the beef broth in here. Now I'm adding some oyster sauce. After I do the oyster sauce, I'm going to add a little sesame oil in there. And then some brown sugar. I added some white sugar in there as well off camera. I didn't show that part, but yeah, I added that. So I went ahead and put some oil in the pan, and I'm going to put my broccoli in the pan, and we're going to go ahead and saute these broccolis just a little bit because I don't want to overcook them because they're going to cook some more in the pan. Me personally, I like mine a little crunchy or still a little hard, but my children, they like theirs kind of soft, so I did cook them a little longer in the pan. You'll see that later on in the video. Okay, right now I got a little oil in the pan. I'm putting all my meat in there. And you got to make sure you just brown the meat on each side. You don't have to fully cook it because it's going to cook some more. You don't want to overcook them and make this meat chewy. So I just cooked it just a little on both sides, enough to brown. That's the first batch. And then I got the second batch going. I'm about to get ready to take those out. After I take the second batch out, and then I'm going to go ahead and get ready to saute the garlic and ginger. So I'm going to go ahead and saute these for a couple of minutes just to soften them and get them softened up. And after we do that, then we're going to add the broccoli back into the pan. Once the broccoli is back into the pan, we're going to stir it up a little bit, and then we're going to add the meat back in the pan. The broccoli has a beautiful green, vibrant color. I wanted to stay that way, but I had to cook them a little longer just for my children. But you don't have to do that when you make this meal. You can stop the cooking when you know how you like it. You might want the crunchy broccoli, or you might want it soft. So cook them longer if you want the broccoli a little softer. Okay, after mixing this all up, I'm going to go ahead and get my gravy ready because I didn't put my cornstarch in there. Now I am about to add like 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in this mixture. And I got a mason jar, so I'm just going to go ahead and shake that up instead of stirring it up. So I shook it up real good, and now I'm going to pour the gravy in the pan. Now this is my first time cooking this. I wanted to try something different. I have cooked this before, but I used like a regular gravy. But I wanted to have the you know, like the with the soy sauce and all that, the oyster sauce and the sesame. So I did it this way this time. And I tasted it. You can taste it at this point and see if you need any more seasoning. I wasn't going to use that package, but I decided to go ahead and use it because I tasted it before I put it in there, and it gave the beef and broccoli a delicious flavor. It gave it more flavor. So yes, I went ahead and added that package in there, and this is what it came out to be, y'all. It was so delicious. My kids came back for seconds. I thought I had cooked enough for seconds, but it didn't make it for seconds for the next day. It didn't make it. So here's the broccoli, beef, broccoli, and rice.